Hi, in this tutorial, we are going to learn how to add your web server behind E2E's load balancer. We have already launched two nodes, Web 1 and Web 2, and have installed and configured Apache Web Server on it to run on HTTP. For this tutorial purpose, we have edited the index file to get web server details as an output on browser. We will now launch E2E's load balancer and add these Web 1 and Web 2 server behind it. To create a load balancer, log in to My Account portal using your credentials.
On left side of the My Account dashboard sub-menu,
Click on the load balancers available under the Products section. You will be routed to the Manage Load Balancers page. Now, you have to click on the Add New LB button to create a load balancer that takes you to the Create Load Balancer page. Load balancer plans are listed based on different memory, vCPU and storage configuration and price. Select a plan you wish to create the new load balancer and click on Create. It will take you to the final stage of the Create Load Balancer page. Here, you need to specify a name for your LB. Based on your use case, select the type of your LB. External load balancer contains static public IP with internet facing which can connect over internet, whereas the internal load balancer have only private IP address and can only route requests from clients over the private subnets. Next, select the option for balancing policy. Policy applies to control load distribution to your backend servers. Round-robin method distributes the connection requests evenly among backend server. Source IP hash method selects backend server to use based on a hash of the source IP, ensuring that a user will connect to the same backend server. We are proceeding with round-robin policy here. For mode, since we have not configured any SSL certificate, we are selecting HTTP method. If you are using HTTPS method, you need to select HTTPS and add SSL certificate here and proceed. You can also use both the options. For port details, we need to specify the port for load balancer. Since we are using LB with HTTP, we are leaving at default port 80 value. For list type, since we are going to add two nodes behind on LB, we are going to add node option. If you are using auto-scaling group, then you need to select dynamic scale group option. Now, we need to add our web server details here. If you click on node name, you will get the option of selecting the node we have on our account. Select the node which you want to add behind LB and the details will auto-fill it. For node port, we have configured web server to run on port 80. If you have your application binded to other port, you need to mention that. Similarly, we are adding web 2 server. Once the web server is added, we have other features below that are optional. HTTP health check for your load balancer checks the health of the web application configuration that you specify. The default URL path is set to the index page of your site hosted on the backend nodes. Use the reserve IP option to use IP as default public IP for your load balancer. This can be quite helpful when you can dynamically update the backend resources of your applications and websites by reassigning the reserved IP address without a downtime. For now, we are not selecting that option. For security purpose, you can enable the option of using Bitnanya tool for your load balancer. Bitnanya has different modules for different aspects of cyber attacks and able to protect any server by providing immediate protection against a wide range of cyber attacks. Access logging is an optional feature of load balancer. After you enable access logs for your load balancer, it will capture the logs and store them in the EOS bucket that you specify as compressed files, .zip. After filling all the details successfully, click on the Deploy button. It will take a few minutes to set up the load balancer. Once your load balancer is running state, you can now verify if the load balancer is working successful as expected. Copy the LB public IP and paste it over the browser. You should be able to see the request coming from both Web 1 and Web 2 since we added it as a round-robin policy. Our load balancer setup is now done, and you can optionally use DNS to map it to your domain. Hope you liked this tutorial. For further information, please visit docs.e2enetworks.com.